Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, step 46. Yes. Okay. One of the viewers commented last night and he said that there's another one of those shafts. Remember I got the wheel in the wrong place on one of those long shafts? Well, I think in the end it kind of worked out, sort of, but it would have been nice if it had been right. Anyway, he says watch out for that. So here it is, X30. And it's got an X31 that has to go slide up the shaft to a little spot here. So we're going to have to watch out for that. So then when I came out here this morning, I was looking at the manual, and it looks to me like everything gets put on the X and the Y sprue. There's quite a bit of stuff here on the X and the Y sprue. And except for the photo etch. We do have a little bit of photo etch to do. It looks like it's going to be fairly easy bending. We'll use Andy's photo etch bender. And yeah, two pieces have to be bent, and then the one has to be fastened to the other. So I guess I'll probably be soldering that. Yeah, I think this step's going to go okay, but you know, hey, I thought 45 was going to go okay too. Well, it kind of did, except for that screw up. I feel bad about that. I was looking at the painting and marking guide earlier this morning, and I was saying that, you know, I probably could have mounted it to this bulkhead, and then made a special little stand for the bulkhead to lay on, so that the pipe could have hung down, you know, like this, and the okay. Yeah, it's too late now. No use beating myself up over it. Yeah, we got a bunch of parts to get. I think maybe we should plug in our LEDs first, though, before we do that. That should not take long. I might just go ahead and do that off camera. We'll see how it goes. One of the viewers was saying that he wouldn't have even bothered putting this tank in, being as we're not going to see it anyway. He was kind of concerned that possibly because I've glued this tank down, made contact with the LED, that there was the possibility of a heat problem. Well, I've checked with those LEDs, and as long as I keep the voltage 3 volts or less, they don't get hot. Like you could have one on for an hour and then stick it on the end of your tongue. I don't think you'd feel that it was hot. I guess if it was plugged in, though, you would get a bit of a shock. It's like sticking your tongue on the end of a 9-volt battery. Remember when your kids used to do that? Well, I sort of did. I think I did it once. Anyway, okay. Yeah, let's sort of recompose here. Maybe get some of our stuff. Oh no, we were going to do the LEDs. Let's clean this up a little bit here, and we'll get our LEDs plugged in, and then we are officially finished with this module. Now, is there 5 modules or 6 modules in this thing? My neighbor was asking me, and I was telling him I think there was 6, but no, it'll be on the last step anyway. I'm just kind of curious here. Okay, I finally found it. My manual's in such bad shape here. Okay, so there was the forward torpedo room. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this was module number 5. Where are they all? Okay, there's 2 up there on top of the ship case, and there's 2 over there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is number 5. So there's 6 altogether. And we got a lot of stuff to do here. I was just noticing that there's the conning tower to build, and you know, there's a lot of stuff to do here yet on this. So if anybody's feeling kind of nostalgic because we're going to be at the end of this build, uh, you don't need to be, because we're going to be in it for a while. Okay, let's. One of the viewers had he mentioned a technique that you can use to copy something off your screen. I forget exactly how it goes now. You pause the video, and then you right click on the screen, and if you have the video set to the maximum resolution, and then you copy, you can copy the image off the screen, and it doesn't have, and it'll just have just the image. It won't have all this other lettering around it. I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds really good. So to that viewer that made that suggestion, I'm going to give that a try, and if it works out, yeah, thanks. Tips like that. I don't know everything. I know, I'm surprised, right? I'm not. Okay, let's move on here and stop being silly. Now, I was noticing here that if I'm careful, or reasonably careful, I don't need to worry about breaking off anything that's delicate, because when you roll this thing around on the table like this, it's all the delicate stuff is protected by the bulkheads. So that's kind of handy. In other words, you can just grab onto it and you don't need to worry about busting stuff. Yeah, for what, a month I've been on pins and needles, you might say. Okay, now all of these other LEDs are the same except for this one right here. This is the long one that has to go down through. I hope I'm not going to get myself all tangled up here now. Okay. Yeah, this one has to go down through and come out about 2 centimeters away. I was going to say half an inch, but I had to calculate it. Oh, drives me crazy. All right. Let's just do the hardest one first. At least I think this is going to be the hardest one. And I guess what we'll do is we'll just feed the wire underneath that tank like this. I suppose I could have done this after too. I should really be moving in. Let's check the monitor. Yeah, you're not really seeing too much detail there. You know how I'm big on zooming in so that everybody can see what's going on. So let's quit talking about it. Let's just recompose and move into this area right here. We won't use the macro lens, but we'll get in a little closer. Now, I was noticing it's still dark outside, and today is supposed to be rainy. So it's a good chance I might not get out on my bike today. Okay, now this has to go through, and we have to get it in, coming through the hole on the other side. Now, I do not want to break anything off in there because it'll be super hard to get it out. And I think that this is an important one to try and get done. Come on, you can get in there. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I have to squeeze these together just a little bit here. I had it before. Why is it not going now? You know, I might have to do this off camera. I've got to get it lined up so that it's going to be coming out this hole right here. Maybe I could do it like this. Now don't force anything. Just wiggle it until it starts to go. There we go. It's coming. It's coming. I think that's probably all we need. That's all we're going to need. I don't want to accidentally push too hard. It might come right through the other side. Although when I used that awl, you remember with that to enlarge the holes just right. All right, I think we got it there. Now, actually, we don't. I should have had these 90 degrees one way or the other. So let's just turn it here. Oh, now I pulled it back out. There we go. Okay, now I got it the way I want it, so that I can just bend these two down like that, and maybe I'll just use a little bit of CA thick just to hold that down. Well, just try not to kink it here. I guess it wouldn't really matter that much, except that when you have a sharp kink like that, the chances of it shorting out if the varnish has been accidentally scraped off the wire. Okay, I think we basically got this one. Okay, now the other one that might be a little bit different is this one here on the end. Remember, it has to go in and the wires have to go along like this, in between this bulkhead and the one that comes up against it. But I think it's going to work. Pretty sure it'll work. Mind you, I've been wrong before, right? I think that's about as down as it's going to get. And being as that it's, going to be out of sight anyway, don't think we need to worry about it. This is the Bob Smith Industries CA thick that I bought, quite a while ago. It should go down just to give it a little bit of stability here. Okay, I don't think I need to do the wires all the way down the back. That's going to keep it from rattling around. Okay, now a little bit of curing agent here. Maybe that's too much. Just let it wick its way into it. That's all it'll take to activate it. I'll leave the time lapse on. Okay, I'm thinking about 5 minutes or so has passed here now. And our CA is hard. It's probably got hard right after about a minute or less. There's a bit of a stain, as you can see, from that curing agent in that flat black paint. Usually you don't see a stain. Well, it depends on how the light hits it. The way the camera's looking at you can see it real good, but if you look straight on, it doesn't really show up. Okay, here we go for LED number 3. That should be all right. And number 4. And number 5. This is the one that's in the back. Now, I think the hole on this one is almost a little bit too big here. I I was thinking of, putting CA on this, but if I put CA on there, I don't think this is gonna fall out of there. And if I put CA on there, it's just gonna make it higher, if you know what I mean. And there is another bulkhead that has to go up against this one, so I think I'm just gonna leave it as a friction fit, unless maybe some CA thin just to hold the wires down to the, just to hold the wires down. That might be a good idea. Yeah, otherwise I might accidentally break them off at the connection here. Now it's possible here that the thin is going to be too thin. But I don't think so. Maybe we'll just put a little bit right there. Help hold this in place. Yeah, the thin isn't going to build up any thickness there. I think once that's dry, maybe I'll put a little bit of curing agent on it. Just let it wick its way across. That's all it'll take. Okay, this should be pretty much dry here now. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on here just to help hold it down. As Daddy Warbucks would say, I smell wet dog. Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Will.
I smell wet dog. Now just let me sit down, the wet dog. Okay.
Oh, she wasn't going anywhere in the rain.
No. You're not a water dog, Missy? Not a water dog? Oh, Missy, I got news for you. I found out where Lola lives. Yeah. Lola lives in Coventry. No, not Coventry, England. Coventry, Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, just north of New York a little bit.
Lola.
Lola lives there
Lola's in New England.
in a nice little town. I got curious last night and I Googled it.
Yeah.
And I sort of wandered around up and down the streets a little bit. I thought, gee, that would be a fun place to ride my motorcycle.
Hey, Google. Covington, Connecticut. Is that right? Covington?
According to Wikipedia, Southington is a town in Hartford County, Connecticut.
She can't understand my accent.
Okay, Missy, that's it. You've had it all. You've had it all. Yes, you've had it all.
You're going to stay on Uncle Ron's lap and dry off a little bit more?
Yeah, before you go on Max's lap, huh?
Oh. She was not going to go poo today. She was not even out onto the street. I could barely get her to go pee. She just skipped this whole thing back in the house. She said, I'll go pee tomorrow.
Did I say It's Coventry.
Coventry.
Coventry. Did I say Covington?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Coventry. It's the same like Coventry. At first I thought England, because it's the well-known old town in England. Yeah.
Well, Missy, we should go home and get your last ear treatment. This is your last ear treatment today. Oh, you're not dry yet.
Well, dry your paws while you're over there, eh?
Yes. Her fur gets so soft in that soft water, in the rain.
Oh, yeah.
She gets dusty,
You're a good girl. Yes, you are.
Missy house?
You're such a good girl.
Missy house.
Are we gonna go, Missy?
Now we gotta hand the Missy house.
No,
more
she
pets?
says. I
Missy
don't want to
house?
go. I don't want to go outside. It's right up there.
Up we go. You're right. She isn't going anywhere. She says, I know what you want. I'm just not going there. You ready? Yeah. The wet world, yes.
It's a good thing the camera's waterproof.
Yes, that's a very good thing. Thanks very much, Ron.
Okay, we'll see ya.
See you later.
You bet. Yeah, it's a good thing it's waterproof. Yeah, it's a good thing it's waterproof here. And it is too. You apparently can take this thing and on the end of the selfie stick and stick it underwater, and like in a swimming pool. You can't do any deep sea diving or anything like that, but I think it's good for 10 feet or something like that. Much the same as a GoPro. As long as all the little hatches, little doors are closed and everything, it's supposed to be all right. All right, well, we're basically dried off here, I guess. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. All right, now, some of you will have noticed that I've glued a little peg on there. There's a reason for that. And we'll be talking about that after I do some editing here. Right now, there's a chance that I'm going to get out this afternoon on the bike because the streets are starting to dry up. It's got to keep drying though. You can see from the clock that time has gotten away on me, as per usual. Anyway, let's zoom in a little bit here. We got 1, in behind the tank is 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've checked them all. They all work. And the idea of this peg, well, I guess you could figure that out. I wanted every to come to sort of a common location, and it does. No, something interesting here. When I wired these all together so that I could get them all to go on at the same time, when I did it the first time, I got one wrong. So I could either have 4 going or 1 going. So I had to snip it off and do them all again. But they're right now. I think what we should do is sort of recompose a little bit here and turn the lights off at the model table and see kind of what it looks like. We did that with the other 4 modules, if I'm not mistaken, so may as well do it with the 5th one, right? Okay, just bear with me, I'll recompose here. How am I going to do this? I'll think of something. Okay, folks, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.